What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, I don't know if this is a band or an individual. I'm gonna go with a band. I may be wrong about this, but we're gonna play it by ear. Making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Misono. Yes, indeed. How about that? Misono making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Storm Rami, and Storm wanted to see me react to this song by Misono called Kojin Jugyou. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Dat Fan, D-A-T space F-A-N. Yeah, Dat Fan. Let's go with it. And the video has 15,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Misono Kojin Jugyou. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably butchering it. Forgive me. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Bibbity boobity bop. Yeah, there we go. This has got pop punk written all over it. I mean, look, it is what it is. It's for what it is, okay? And let's call a spade here, okay? It is pop punk without question, all right? So many pop elements, but following a very punk chordal progression. Root 3 4 7, root 3 4. It's very punk chordal progression. Very easy to follow, very easy to replicate. But it's definitely got all of the pop elements between the vocal approach, all of the keyboard usage in the back, the fill in the back. It's definitely got the pop without question. I could see this being a hit. I could absolutely see this being a hit. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. America. I don't know. America's so weird. America's so blind when it comes to its music listening. I'm not talking about it from on an individual basis. I'm talking about the general masses. We're so accustomed to being force-fed, top 40. You listen to the radio, it's the same 30 or 40 songs in heavy rotation. Even on Sirius XM, which my wife listens to all the time. It was so funny. We actually ended up taking about it was about a 3-hour drive. And during that course of that time, we listened to Sirius XM the entire time. Her favorite country station, The Highway. She listens to that station all the time. And I was driving and I'm listening. The very first song kicked on and I'm like, okay. And then over the course of 3 hours, I kid you not, we heard that exact same song 4 times in 3 hours, 4 times. And I'm sitting there going, wow, even satellite radio is now just completely controlled by the mass media machine. That's great. That's fantastic. So I don't know if this is going to go over well in America or not because it's not part of the mass media machine, But I bet in other countries are far more open-minded and far more, open to new things and new experiences. I bet this would probably go over pretty well with a number of demographics. So I'm not hating it. Look, I'm not going to lie, guys. Am I enjoying this? Am I loving this? No. No. Honestly, I can't wait for this to be over. But they're not doing anything. That's just my own personal taste. Are they doing anything wrong? No. By pop punk standards, they're doing everything right. So, no hate. I'm not hating it. I'm just not a fan, personally. That's all. Anyway, let's keep going here. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Somehow they make it fit. Okay, anyway, let me get my thoughts together because they're going in a million different directions right now, and I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Misono, hope I'm pronouncing that right, with a tune entitled Kojin Jugyou. And I hope I pronounced that at least somewhat right. I don't know if I did or not. This was a request from Storm Rami. Okay, well, I think it was pretty obvious during the course of the reaction that I was just not a fan of this. Look, that just comes down to personal taste, okay? And then listen, it's just not my cup of tea, guys. It's not my bag. It's not my jam. It's not blowing my skirt up. This is not something I will ever listen to ever again. It's not going on any playlists. If I can avoid listening to the song ever again, I absolutely will. It's just not my thing. It just doesn't do anything for me. Now, having said that, though, looking at the song objectively, this is where I'm going to blow some people's minds. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I'm going to give that a 7.1. Yeah, 7.1. Believe me, nobody is more surprised than me about that score. But yeah, that is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first. A 7.1. What does that mean? Well, a 7.1 would translate to I can't believe I'm going to say this, a really good scale rating. So overall, I think this was a really good song. Huh. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. So there you go, a 7.1, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. B as in boy. Yeah, your ears are not fooling you. Now, how did I come up with that score? Oh, Nelly! So glad you asked. While I may not personally like it, while it may not personally be my cup of tea, while I may not personally have enjoyed listening to this, and while I personally am glad that this is over with, there is absolutely no denying that from a standpoint of objectivity, looking at the song, they did absolutely nothing wrong. They did everything right. It sounded good. It fit the genre that they're going for. And it was well constructed, well written, and they I hate to say it, but they kind of knocked it out of the park. Look, it is pop punk, okay? I don't care what anybody says. This is pop punk without question. You can hear all of the elements in there. The biggest one being after I hit the pause and I talked a little bit and I said, hey, listen, it's obviously pop punk, you can hear it, it's very obvious. I hit that play button, and what happened? We went into that breakdown section. That was so boy band / girl group. You take your pick, either way, it'll work. But it had that absolute feel. And I'm just there going, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A, right here, the defense rests. And then out of it, we came right back into that pop punk section again, right back into that punk feel again. And I'm sitting there going, man, this is my opening statement, my supporting argument, and my closing statement all wrapped up together in literally less than a minute and a half. I couldn't have asked for better evidence than this. I couldn't have created better evidence than this. So it's obviously pop punk, okay? Now look, is there anything wrong with that? No, there's not, especially within Asian cultures, whether it be Japanese, Korean. I don't know so much about Chinese, but between Japanese and especially Korean, if you want to get popular, this is the type of direction you're gonna want. You can have your rock elements, you can have your punk elements, but you got to incorporate some pop into there if you really want to win over the masses, okay? And that's what they're doing. And they did it well. The chord progression, I talked about the root to the 3 to the 4 to the 7 to the root to the 3 to the 4 to the 7, root 3, 4, 7, root 3, 4, 7. And repetitive. But it's easy to follow. It is absolutely easy to follow. And leave it in the hands of the bass player. Let the guitar focus on filling out the sound. Let the bass carry that feel all the way through, along with the drummer, who the bass player was obviously locked in with. Instrumentally, everything sounded just fine for what it is. You know, for pop punk, they did everything right, and I can't knock it for that reason. They didn't do anything wrong. They nailed it. So that's fine. Am I going to sit here and say that's impressive? No, but at the same time, you know, I can't sit there and criticize and say, oh, it's poorly written or poorly designed or poorly arranged or poorly composed. No. They did everything just fine. Instrumentation wise, like I said, it sounds like everybody knows how to play their instruments just fine, and everybody did a fine job on it. Vocally, she sounds like she's got a really nice voice. It fits the context of this style of song without question. Something tells me she's capable of more. Something tells me she can do a lot more. I don't know why, but just something in her voice. I was getting the feeling like, okay, she was singing what she was doing, and she was doing a fine job singing it, but something tells me she was really holding back, and she is capable of far more impressive singing. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I got the feeling that she can do a lot more. I'm going to go on a limb. I don't know if we're right about this or not, but I'm going to go on a limb and say that this is a solo act. It just seems to me like so much focus was put on her. I'm not talking about from the music video standpoint. I'm talking about from a songwriting, from a composition standpoint. She really kind of shined through, and everybody's going to say, well, she's the lead singer. You're right, she's the lead singer, but no guitar solos, no attention to detail given to any other particular instrument. Bass player kicked us off. Yeah, that was nice to hear the riff, but after that, it kind of, relegated, to the back. So let the lead singer take the lead and, be the most prominent prominent voice within all of the voicings within the course of the song. I don't know. Something tells me that this is a solo act, and she, is the star of the show. Is there anything wrong with that? No, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just an observation I've made. I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe this is a full-blown group. I don't know, but just something tells me this is a solo artist. But in any case, looking at the song objectively, like I said, I may not be a fan, and I'm just saying it right now. I will never listen to this song again if I can help it. But there's no denying that what they did was really good for the style of song, the genre of song, the direction of song. The songwriting was done well. It flowed well. It sounded good. It was pleasing to the ear. They did absolutely nothing wrong, and that's why I'm coming up with a really good score of 7.1. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.1, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.